Welcome to your Magic Circle class. I'm Katie, most of you know me already. Thank you for joining me for this class. All you need is a magic circle and your mat and some water nearby. And if you have injuries or limitations, feel free to modify. I'll offer modifications as we go, but please listen to your body and modify as needed. And let's get started. Let's get your circle and put it between the ankles. If you need a circle, let me know. I can give you a link to order one on Amazon. So find your good posture and distribute your weight equally between your big toe joint, baby toe joint, and your heels. So make sure your weight is distributed throughout those three points. Your pelvis is level, abs are engaged, legs are activated, shoulders roll up, back, and down, and take a deep breath in, reach the arms up. And as you press your arms down, feel your spine rise taller, taller, taller as your ribs drop. And now we're gonna just gently rock to the right leg, lifting your heel of the left leg. And switch. So you're just doing a little weight transfer, still having awareness of those 3 points of contact with your feet into the mat. I would recommend doing this on a flat surface to start, not one of those really squishy mats because it might mess with your balance. Okay, now shift over to the right foot and see if you can float your left foot off the floor and just work your balance. Pull up out of the standing hip, abs are on, and the legs are actively squeezing. And switch. You can do this with the hands on the hips or with your arms to the side, whatever you like. Hold it there, pull up out of the standing hip, and just finding your balance. Balance is one of those things we stop working on, we forget to work on, so it's really important that we throw this into your workouts. And now over to the other side, hold it, pull up really, really tall, and try to squeeze the circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. It helps if you pick a focal point, so pick a spot in front of you to stare at, and pulse. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, and place that foot down. And then just bend your knees and straighten. And again, so it's a little squat. You're continuing to squeeze that circle. It might start to slip or slide. Feel free to adjust as you need to. Little baby squats here. And up. Reach your arms overhead, find your little squat, and do little pulses there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now straighten the legs. See if you can rise up onto your tippy toes. Arms can come down as you rise up. And then lower the heels carefully as you reach the arms overhead and go into your little squat. So again, you're gonna rise up. I'll turn sideways so you can see. Rise up onto your tippy toes. And then lower the heels. I'm on the cracks of the floor. Lower the heels as your arms press down. And again, rise up to your tippy toes. And lower the heels as you lower the arms. One more time. Up. And down. Bend your knees. Straighten them as you reach the arms overhead. Now roll down one vertebra at a time and let your head hang, visiting your hamstrings. Bend your knees and stretch. And bend and straighten. One more time. Reach down and grab a hold of your circle with your hands. Slowly stack your spine all the way up to straight. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And then we'll do some standing upper body work with the circle. So start with your feet parallel, legs are squeezing together. You're squeezing your magnets, your ankles, knees, and upper thighs are squeezing together. Your weight is still distributed throughout those 3 points of contact with the floor. The circle is chest height, elbows are wide, so you're airing out your armpits. Fingers are loose, so it's like the heel of your hands on the circle. Squeeze the circle, a little pec work here, and anterior deltoid. And then release. Let's bend the knees as you squeeze, and release. Inhale and exhale. Every time you exhale, your abdominals squeeze and pull in and up. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more time. And now hold it here. Bend your knees. Squeeze the circle a ton. Squeeze it more. Squeeze it more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now we're going to pulse the upper body and the legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand tall. Reach the circle out. Arms are long now. Almost straight. And the elbows, the pointy part of your elbows are facing either side of the room. Squeeze the circle. It might hardly move. And release. And again, squeeze and release. Your legs are still engaged. Your abs are still engaged. Squeeze a ton. Release a little. Are your shoulders down, but your spine is up? Inhale. Exhale. And if you'd like to add the legs, plie and straighten. So the difference between a plie and a squat, a plie is a straight spine and your tailbone drops straight to the floor. And a squat would be more of where you stick your hips back and you go a little bit deeper. So right now we're just doing a little plie. It's just a little knee bend. Spine stays straight. And up. Squeeze a ton. And up. One more time. And exhale. Hold it here and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Your pecs are feeling that. Reach up. Frame your forehead, rock back into your heels and go into external rotation. So you're at like 10 and 2 o'clock with the toes. And now we're gonna bend the knees into a plie. Your knees should track over your middle 3 toes and then rise back up and squeeze your inner thighs together. So from the side, your spine stays straight. And we do this on the reformer. And if you were lying flat on your back, just like on the reformer, your spine would stay straight. So now you're going to bend the knees as you squeeze the circle. This will work your shoulders and your biceps. And then come up and squeeze your inner thighs and your glutes and a little pelvic floor lift. And again, plie as you squeeze. And rise up. Release the circle. Squeeze the circle as you inhale. Release the circle maybe like 3/4 of the way so you never lose the resistance. Inhale. Every exhalation deepens your contraction in your abs. One more time. Hold it and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up. So this is like standing leg and footwork, right? If you were on the reformer. Hold your shoulders up and then drop the shoulders down. Arms stay straight. Shoulders up, and the circle's over the crown of your head like a halo. And shoulders drop. One more time. Shoulders shrug and unshrug. That's a new word. Squeeze and release. My circle barely moves. Squeeze and release. Meanwhile, if you'd like to add the plie and up and plie. And up. So I'm squeezing the circle a ton. My shoulders are starting to feel this. My abs are pulling in. Inhale. Exhale. It doesn't take many of these to fatigue. Inhale. Exhale. Hold it here and pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming up. And lower the circle down. Take a little break. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. And then maybe stretch your neck really quick, side to side. So those of you familiar with the reformer leg and footwork, all these foot positions that we're doing are similar to what we would do on the reformer. Separate your feet, maybe a little bit more than your shoulder width, and then you're really encouraging an active turnout external rotation of the hips. So opening up like a sumo squat. And when you come down, you want your knees right over the ankles. And then we're gonna do some biceps with this. So take one handle onto your left shoulder. The heel of the other hand is on the top. And trying to get your circle completely vertical. Take your right hand onto your abdominals so you can feel what's going on here. So let's start with just the arm. So you're gonna pat your head. It's a bicep contraction. And then when you release the circle 3/4 of the way, not all the way, and pull your abdominals in and up. And again, so pat your head and pull the abs in. So it'll be an inhale and an exhale. Try not to lean on this one. See if you can keep your shoulders level. Inhale and exhale. Now if you'd like to add the legs to it, you'll plie as you press on the circle and everything comes up. And again, inhale and exhale. So it's biceps, it's total body. Your lower body is feeling it, your abdominals are contracting. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So as you come up, squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. They're not gonna touch, but you're trying like crazy to get them together. It's great for pelvic floor health. Great for your inner thighs, your glutes. 2 more. Hopefully you're starting to feel something in your bicep. Your elbow is straight out from your ear, not pulling forward. And now hold it here and let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold it at your lowest point you can. Press down more in the circle. Breathe in, breathe out, press down more. Breathe in, breathe out, press down more. One more, breathe in, breathe out, and release out of it. Woo! And shake that arm out, swing it. Oh, that works. Heart rate might get up a little bit as well. Okay, let's try the other side. So the one handle is right between your shoulder and your neck, and your heel of your hand is on the top handle. Elbow straight out from your ear, abs are on, so you put your hand here so you can help encourage a contraction. You can really feel what's going on when your hand is there. So let's plie as we press and come up. Feel free to ditch the legs if your knees aren't liking this or if you just want to work your upper body. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, press a lot, release a little. Press a ton. So you're not fully releasing that contraction. There's constant effort pressing onto that circle. And as you come up, squeeze your inner thighs toward each other and draw the abdominals in and up. And your tailbone reaches to the floor. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is my non-dominant side, so it fatigues a little quicker than the other. Again, check in, if you have a mirror, check in to make sure your shoulders are level. We're not tipping or tilting to one side. And hold it down and let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, press, hold. Push more on the circle. More on the circle. Breathe in, breathe out, abs are pulling in and up. And come all the way up out of it. And release. Okay, that works. Swing that arm. Nice. Take the circle in with both hands again. Reach the circle overhead. We'll come out of this position in just a second, but feel free to bend one leg at a time. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. So shoulders are down and just bend one knee at a time. Give yourself a little reprieve. And then straighten out your legs. Tuck your tail a little bit, pull your abdominals upward, and we're gonna work a side bend. So feel your spine go up, and then arcing over, open your throat, inhale, exhale, come up, and release out of it, and inhale. Exhale to side bend to the other side. Inhale up, exhale over. So we're working lateral flexion in the spine. This will work your obliques. It'll keep your spine healthy and mobile for everyday life. Inhale, and over, and up. So as you do this, we'll do one more on each side. See if you can keep the circle right over the crown of the head. And we're not shifting anything through the pelvis or the lower legs. So from your waist down stays put. walk your feet in, shake your legs out. You're definitely warmed up by now, I hope. We're gonna work the triceps really quick before we get down on the mat. You can do this standing, or if you want more of a challenge in your glutes and hamstrings, you can work from a kneeling position. So I'll show you standing to start. Take the circle and behind your hips, and we're gonna have the fingers facing down, holding onto the handles. Tuck the tail, pull up through the front of yourself, and bend your elbows, and then try to kiss your elbows behind you. So if you were looking in the mirror, you try to hide your elbows behind your body. And now we're gonna try to squeeze the circle and release. The effort is there. Your circle might not move, but that's okay. You'll feel this in your triceps pretty quickly. Squeeze a ton, release a little. Squeeze a lot, release a little. 2 more like this. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Now pulse. So if you were kneeling, you'd be here in a high kneeling position, tucking the tailbone, pulling your abs upward. Shoulders are down, elbows lift. 4, 3, 2, hold. Press the circle down towards the floor, and your spine goes up. And then bend, and press. So if you were in the gym, this would mimic a tricep dip. Inhale, exhale. So you're just bending and straightening the elbows while you maintain a continuous squeeze on the circle. And inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen the spine. And 2 more. Hopefully your triceps are starting to feel this. Last time. Press the circle down, spine gets taller. Now pulse the circle. Try to kiss the elbows together behind you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release the circle. If you're standing, come down, do a roll down and come down into the mat. And then we're gonna make our way all the way down to a seated position. Okay, I think I'll turn. I'll stay this way. Okay, hopefully you're warmed up. Now we're gonna work some stuff down on the mat. So take the circle with your hands, shoulders drop, your feet are flat, your knees are bent. And let's lengthen the spine as we inhale. And then exhale, contract your abs, round your spine in an uppercase C shape, scooping out the abdominals. And then come up to sitting, reach the circle overhead. And again, so you round, inhale, and exhale, come up. And contract. Maintaining a squeeze on the circle throughout. And hold it back here. Twist side to side. Look the direction you're going. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep squeezing your magnets together. Remember, you have magnets between your ankles, knees, and upper thighs. Squeeze your magnets. For 4, 3, 2, hold it on one side and pulse. Twist deeper. 4, 3, 2, and switch. If you want more challenge, lean back another inch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come center, reach a circle overhead. Lengthen your legs out, and let's round over the legs. Place the circle right at the ball of the feet with one handle, and hold on to the other handle with an underhand grip. Sit tall, pull on the circle with your arms, drop your shoulders, and you'll feel a nice stretch in your calves. And then if you'd like, you can lean forward and let your head drop and enjoy more hamstring stretch. And then come back up, release the circle, bend the knees again, rolling down this time to the shoulder blades and hug your knees towards your chest. Then you can let your head come all the way down. Make sure you're fully lengthened on your mat. Legs are in a 90-degree angle. Squeeze the circle. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. And we're going to pulse the circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Shoulders pull down your back, and single leg stretch. Inhale to extend one leg, exhale to extend the other. Alternating your legs. The higher in the air the legs go, the easier this movement will be. The lower you go, the more challenging it'll be. So find a spot that feels like it's work for your abs, but it's not compromising your spine. Your spine should be neutral, which means the same position as if you were standing. Inhale, exhale. Both knees to the chest, arms by the ears, legs extend, double leg stretch, and pull in. We're doing the stomach series from Pilates Mat Work. This is number 2 of a series of 5, designed to help you work your abs and burn them out. If your neck starts hurting, do this. Take one handle behind your base of your neck, and then take your other handle with both hands. Let's all do this. Bend your knees. Place a circle behind your head. Curl forward. You can use your hands to gently press into the circle. You're not pulling on your neck, you're just helping support your head with the circle. And then you could do all these exercises with your neck supported. So the double leg stretch would look like this. Inhale, exhale. So this is an option. My elbows are pointing forward. This is an option for those of you with neck pain, or you can just do this with your head down and you still hold the circle. Same rules apply. The lower your legs go, the more challenging this will be. So find the place that works your abs, but you're not feeling your back arch up off the mat a ton. Inhale, exhale. Okay, let's go to scissors. So let's actually all put the circle behind the neck, right at the hairline, right at the base of your skull. So it's not in your cervical spine, it's more at the base of your head, where your hair and neck meet. Lift up, one leg up, one leg down. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse, and switch. Inhale, inhale, exhale. And singles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest. Whew, those work. Next, you'll take the circle between your ankles. And let's do hands behind the head for the moment. Squeeze the circle, pressing your lower back towards the mat a bit. And I want you to just do a little circle with the circle to circle. You can do this with your head down. And if your back wants to, you can always place your hands under your sacrum for a little extra support. And then go the other direction. So you're just making a small circle with the legs. And then come back to center. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Grab the circle with your hands. Legs squeeze together. Lower the legs down as you inhale. Exhale, come back up. Pass the circle to your ankles. Lower and lift. Take the circle with the hands. So you're just passing the circle, playing catch with yourself. Inhale, exhale. So to modify, just make this smaller, right? So your circle goes between the ankles, you go down a couple inches and back up. The larger the movement, the more challenge you'll feel. And exhale. Take a rest. Turn your head side to side. Nicely done. Okay, let's work some rotation. So take the circle back behind your head again. Right at the top of the neck. Curl forward. So you come up to hundreds position or your shoulder blades. Your knees are bent, feet are flat. Rotate to one side. So you're going to take the upper arm to the floor. And you're rotating, try to keep equal weight in each hip, and then to the other side. So you're just rocking shoulder blade to shoulder blade, encouraging equal weight in each hip as you rotate your thoracic spine. Inhale, exhale. For more challenge, you could lift the legs to a tabletop. And more challenge from there would be opposite elbow to knee and switch. The higher in the air the legs are, the easier this will be for you. The lower you go, the more challenge it'll be. To modify, just do this with the feet flat. And let's go for 4, 3, 2, hold it on one side and we'll pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's finish with 8 singles. 8, 7, 6, 5. Are you breathing? And your abs are cooked. Stretch your legs out, reach your circle overhead, take a full breath. Flex your feet, lift the circle, look between the circle as it reaches to the thighs, and then see if you can come up to roll up. If you get stuck, you're gonna either bend your knees, and then you could put one elbow on the floor and use your elbow to help you up, or legs straight, same maneuver where you plop one elbow down to help you up. And then come all the way up and stretch over your legs. Point the toes and start to slowly roll back, one vertebra at a time. And the circle reaches over the crown of the head. So we're doing some roll-ups. Flex your feet, squeeze your magnets, press your feet into the ground. Inhale up. Exhale to roll all the way up out of it. Use the modifications if you need. Point the toes, shoulders are down, hollowing out the belly as you roll down one vertebra at a time. And again, flex, continuously squeezing the circle gently. Exhale as you come up. And point and slowly roll down, breathe in. Breathe out. We're working spinal articulation. Keeping your spine mobile, healthy and strong, because you're only as old as your spine is flexible, as Joseph Pilates likes to say. And release. Take a breath. Bend your knees, slide your feet in towards your hips. Take the circle between your knees, just above the knees. And let's go for some bridging. So your hands are down by your side. I like to do this with the arms overhead. I just think it feels really good. So drop the ribs by contracting your abs, especially your upper abs. And we're going to squeeze the circle a lot, release a little. If your knees are healthy, move your feet close to you as possible. And you want your feet like hip width apart. And if your knees don't like that, just inch your feet away from you. Squeeze a lot. Try to get your handles to touch. I'm almost there. And then I start to shake and release 3/4 of the way, not all the way. So you maintain the squeeze. Squeeze a bunch, inhale. Exhale, release 3/4 of the way. This is the original thigh master. Squeeze a ton, release a little. So the magic circle is just a metal ring, and originally it was the metal ring around a barrel, like a beer keg barrel. And Joseph Pilates just took the ring off and started using it for strengthening exercises. And then the barrel turned out to be what you see as the spine corrector in the Pilates studio. So interesting little fact there. And then pulse, 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 pulse. 4, 3, 2, hold. Curl your tailbone under and press your lower back into the mat. And then begin to roll your hips up. You still have your weight equally distributed between your big toe joint, baby toe joint, and the heel. You might start to cramp on this one, it's very common. And keep your tailbone tucked under like a scared dog. Abs pulling in and up. Think pubic bone to belly button. And now squeeze the circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze. Lift a little higher with your hips. Lift as high as you can. Squeezing your glutes together as much as possible. And then see if you can lift the heels up and down. Inhale. Exhale. continuing to squeeze the circle. Inhale, exhale. Abs are squeezing, posterior chain is working, the whole back line of your body, hamstrings, glutes, your back, your abs, everything is activated. Heels stay lifted, lift your hips even more, squeeze your glutes even more, and now pulse the circle. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, squeeze and hold. Roll down one vertebra at a time, as if your spine were a string of pearls. You're rolling one pearl after the next, all the way down, and then release the squeeze. And let's do 4 hip hinges or hip bridges. Squeeze the circle, roll up one vertebra at a time, and roll back down, breathing in, breathing out. So you're just rolling up and down a few more times, maintaining the squeeze on the circle. Roll up, find your diagonal line, knee to hip to shoulder. Squeeze everything, abs, glutes, and then slowly melt back down. And let's do 2 more like that. Rolling up as you breathe in, breathe out, lifting your hips. Breathe in, breathe out, slowly rolling down. Last one. So you're articulating your spine one bone after the next. And soften the ribs, soften the sternum as you roll back down. Good. And then squeeze the circle. Let's finish with some pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze, hold. Arms out to a T. Open your chest without letting the ribs flare. Lift your legs up. We're almost done with the circle between our inner thighs. Now you're going to sway the legs over to one side, keeping equal weight in each shoulder. Chest is open, and come back up. So now we're doing lumbar rotation. If you've been told not to twist, don't twist. Just hold the legs in the tabletop. Over to one side. Exhale up. Over to the other side as you breathe in. And exhale up. This is great for obliques, but it also feels really good on my lower back. Inhale. Exhale up. You could do this one up on your forearms too if you want. In mat Pilates, this is called can-can, where you'd be here, and then you'd sway the legs and extend them, bend them, other side, sway, extend, bend. And then legs up. Take the circle with your hands, oh my gosh, and extend the legs all the way over the floor. Lengthen out, take a breath. Okay, that was work. Let's come up onto your side, onto your left side. And you have options here. We're gonna do some side body work. Let's start with the outer thighs. So come up to sitting, take one handle onto the mat, and you're gonna thread your legs through the circle. And your circle is near the front of the mat, and your hips are scooched back a little bit to the back of the mat. So you're a little bit of a diagonal with the legs. So you can thread your legs through the circle, and your elbow is right under your shoulders if you're here. And if you are in this position, try to pull your waist away from the mat as much as possible, so we're not gonna sink to the mat like this. We're actively lifting up and creating space between your ear and your shoulder. If that's too much for your shoulder, you can come all the way here, head in your hand, or you can come all the way down. All of those are an option. So I'm gonna pick the first option, and you want to make contact with the top handle. So again, your legs are through the circle. Make sure your hips are stacked, abs are in, and we're gonna press the circle up and try to make it into an oval shape, and then release without losing contact with the top leg. So it's an inhale, press up, exhale, release a little. This is working your abductors, the outer hips and the glutes. Inhale, press up a lot. This is really good for your knees, to help keep our knees in alignment when we're working throughout the day. With whatever you're doing, it's a great way to balance the strength from the inner thigh to the outer hips. You want to be equally strong on each side to help the knee track properly. Inhale, press up. Exhale, release a little. Check in, is your waist pulled away from the mat? Are your shoulders and ears creating some space? It won't take many to feel this. Inhale, push up a lot. Exhale, release a little. Inhale through the nose. Every exhalation contracts your abs that much more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press up. Exhale, release. Let's pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up, push up as much as you can. Hold it for 4, for 3, for 2, and release. And pat it out if you need to. Whew. Again, it won't take many. Now you're gonna take the circle between your ankles, and you want to bring your feet in line with the rest of your body. So you're in a straight line, come all the way down. You're in a straight line from fingertip to toes. Abs are in, glutes are squeezing. Your hips are perfectly stacked. So sometimes the top hip will want to roll forward or back on you. Try to level yourself out as much as you can. Let your ear hang onto your arm, and I want you to squeeze the circle and float the legs up, continuing to squeeze the circle. So this is going to work inner thighs and obliques. And then slowly release, side body work. Lengthen the legs out like I'm pulling them to the wall over there, and lift up. And slowly lower. Are your abs still pulling in? Lengthen to lift as you inhale. Lengthen to lower, exhale. If you'd like, you can add a lift of the upper body so you work a little more in your obliques. I've got the heel of my hand on the floor, shoulders pulling down, and my lats are engaged on the underneath side. And then slowly come down. Inhale up, everything lifts, everything lowers. So you're kind of making like a crescent moon shape at the top of the movement. Inhale, so it's a lateral flexion of the spine. You'll feel your obliques working on the top side. Inhale, you'll feel your inner thighs a ton. And hold it up. Let's pulse up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it there. Bend your knees and bring your heels towards your butt. Your hamstrings do that work. And then extend your legs and squeeze your quadriceps to lengthen the knees. And again, inhale, bend the legs. And exhale, straighten them. And this time, bend the knees. And we're gonna see if we can transition without losing the circle, okay? So keep your knees bent, flip over onto your tummy, and try to keep the circle between the ankles, and bring your heels to your butt as much as you can. And hopefully you didn't lose your circle, but if you did, now's a good time to grab it. Stack your hands, put your forehead on your hands. I'm gonna turn my head so you can keep hearing me. Shoulders pull down your back. Abs pull in and up. So think of lifting your belly button off the mat. Squeeze the circle and try to pull the circle to your butt as much as you can. And now from there, we're gonna squeeze the circle a ton. Because you squeeze your glutes, the circle squeezes. And then release a little. Squeeze a bunch as you breathe in. And breathe out, release a little. So it's hamstrings and glutes activating. We're gonna work spinal extension here in a minute. So we're working the whole back line of the body. And release. And inhale. I encourage keeping your forehead on your hands for now. Exhale. Keep lifting your abs in and up to help protect your back. If your back hurts on this one, just skip it. You can also do some simple swan exercises. All right, now pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze, hold. Now if you can, abs and glutes really have to activate here, and see if you can float your knees off the mat like a 1/4 of an inch, or as high as your body will let you, and then slowly lower down. So it's small, but it's effective. We call this the butt blaster. Squeeze, lift, lower, release. Squeeze the circle, lift the knees. Lower the knees, release. If you're on a hard surface, you might need to squish your mat, because it does tend to get a little uncomfortable. Squeeze and lift. Now see if you can keep your knees lifted. Only do this if your lower back is okay with it. Lengthen your legs out to straight. Keep squeezing the circle. Bend the knees and lower the knees down. So you squeeze and lift as you breathe in. Breathe out, lengthen the legs out, squeeze your glutes. Bend and lower. You can stick with any of the previous options that I've already given you if this is too much. Squeeze and lift. Lengthen. Bend and lower. Last time, squeeze and lift. Lengthen out, hold it there. You can pulse the circle if you want because you squeeze your glutes. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees and take the circle out and extend the legs out and then shake your hips a little bit. And hopefully your glutes and hamstrings felt a little bit of that. If not, message me and let me know. Okay, now, take the circle overhead, and your hands are on the handles. The circle is flat. Hopefully you're on a surface that the circle can slide. If not, you can modify it where you just lift it lower and see if you can drag the circle with you. So separate your feet hip width. Glutes and abs are still contracted. And let's just shrug the shoulders so the circle slides away from you as your shoulders rise up. And then your shoulders come down and the circle comes back towards you. So all it is a shoulder shrug and unshrug. And again. So this is going to work your lats. It will help you feel your lat connection here in your back. Like you want to feel the shoulder blades pull down and across your back. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, unshrug. Now, as you unshrug, lift your chest up to a point that feels safe for you. So we're working thoracic spine extension. This is called swan. And then slowly lower down and lengthen your spine all the way down. And again, inhale to float. Exhale to come down. Only lift as high as you feel safe. If your back starts hurting, you can just come up to here. Keep it small. It doesn't have to be big to be effective. Inhale, lift. The circle slides towards you. Exhale to lower. The circle lengthens. Now this time you'll come up and hold it at a midway up to your highest point. Now tap your elbows to the mat and lift them up. Tap them, lift them. You'll feel your triceps working pretty quickly. Are your glutes still activated? Are your abs still activated? Are you breathing? Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Try tapping one elbow at a time as you look over the opposite shoulder. 8, 7, 6, 5. Triceps are feeling it. 2 and 1. Lift up, breathe in. Breathe out, slowly lower down. And then take your hands onto the mat and press back into child's pose and take a little rest. The magic circle is sneaky. It really works quickly. So let's do all of that on the other side for your side body series. So come on to your right side. The circle is slightly forward of your body. And the circle is on its end on one handle, and then thread your legs through. Take the top leg and make contact with the top handle. Remember, you can be here, or here. You choose. And you come lift the waist away from the mat, and you'll press up a ton as you inhale. Exhale, release a little. Inhale, press up a lot. Exhale, release a little. Inhale. Exhale. So your outer hip, your glute, all these external rotators in your hips are activated. Inhale. Exhale. Press up a a ton. Try to break the circle in half. And release. And 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. There's space between your ear and shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. And now let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Press up as high as you can. Press up more, press up more, press up more. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly lower. Whew. And pulse. And you can pat it out. Now take the circle between the ankles and lie all the way down. You have a straight line from fingertip to toe. Abs are on, glutes are squeezing. Squeeze the circle and release. So now we're getting back into the inner thighs and obliques. And release. Squeeze a lot, release a little. Press down and hold. Now if you'd like, you can add that lift as you squeeze the circle and lower. So you add a little side bend to it. Inhale and exhale. So lengthen the legs as you lift, lengthen as you lower. Lengthen and lift, inhale. And lengthen and lower, exhale. And lift. And lower. Lift up and hold, and let's pulse. So you can pulse your upper body and your legs, or just your legs, you choose. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold it up as high as you can. Take a breath in, lengthen your legs, and exhale, lower. Bend the knees and take the circle out, and then come all the way up to a seated position. And we'll work our mermaid. Actually, let's come into a mermaid with a diamond legs. So hopefully your inner thighs and outer hips are feeling some attention, your whole body really. So your feet are not too close to you in this diamond position. Your feet are out far enough that you could fit your forearm inside of there. And then grab your glutes and pull them back behind you a bit. Get the muscle back out from underneath your sits bones so that you could actually free your sits bones to the mat, and it'll help you sit tall. It's a little magic trick. So mermaid, take your circles just outside of the knee, and your heel of your hand is on there. Reach your other arm up and squish the bottoms of your feet together. You'll feel your legs engage. Squeeze your glutes and you'll feel your spine lengthen up. And we're going to inhale and exhale, arc over for mermaid. As you press down on the circle gently, you'll feel this connect to your lats on the underneath side. And then come back up. And again, up. And over. And now move the circle straight out from your shoulder and do the same thing. Arc over as you press into the circle, inhale. Feel your ribs pull up away from the pelvis, and exhale. And one more time, inhale. Exhale. Take the circle over to the other side. The circle is just outside of the knee. Heel of the hand is on there. Take your shoulder, and it's probably rolling forward right now is my guess. Roll it up, back, and down so the collarbone is wide. And now you press down on the circle as you arc over. You might have to inch it away from you a little bit to create more space. Inhale over, exhale up. Up to go over. Everything is squeezing. Your glutes are active, your abs are active, your legs are active. Even though you're just sitting here, everything is engaged. Take your hands straight out from your shoulder. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale. Press down on that circle so you feel the whole underneath side of you engage. And exhale up. And now drop the circle, go into a full side bend as far as you want to go, as long as you keep the opposite hip reaching to the mat. Turn your hand towards the floor and reach in opposition. So the arm reaches forward, hip reaches back. Circle all the way around to the other side and open up into your side bend. So we're going to come all the way up. Big circle over, inhale. circle around, and up. And one more time that direction. This one just feels really good. Circle, and up, and we'll go to the other side. Arc over, inhale, exhale, sweep around, side bend and up, and over, circle around, and up. Last time, inhale, exhale, circle, coming up. Now take your hands behind you and open your chest to the sky, look up. Your hands will just gently place behind you. Lift the sternum, open your throat, open the collarbones, lifting the ribs away from the pelvis. Inhale and exhale, come out of it. And now it's time to stretch. You made it. So now the circle will be more kind to you. So take the circle right onto your feet, on the ball of your feet, and then come up and see if you can balance right here. So I'm holding on to one handle with my hands, and my feet are on the other handle. Now extend your legs out, drop the shoulders. This is teaser. If you'd like to do a rocking, this is like a version of open leg rocker from mat work. You can roll back onto your shoulder blades, and then come back up and see if you can balance in your teaser position. And again, roll back as you inhale. Exhale, come up to teaser. So it's a little back massage. When you roll back, roll just to your shoulder blades, not to your neck. Inhale. Exhale up, shoulders down, abs in. Inhale back. Exhale up, hold it here. Maybe release the circle and you point your toes and you're in this teaser position here. Bend your knees to modify. Now let's start to slowly come down. How slow can you go as you let your feet and shoulders arrive to the mat at once? And extend everything out and take a break. Whew. Okay, let's stretch. That was great. So take let's do the right foot. Let's put the right foot up into the circle, into one handle, and hold on to the other handle with your hands. And make sure it's on the ball of your foot, so that way you can point the toes and the circle becomes an oval. And then flex the foot, reach the heel to the sky. And again, point as you breathe in. And flex. The back of the neck is long. Use a pillow if you need to. If your chin is jutting up like this, see if you can lengthen the back of the neck. All right, now hold your foot in a flexed position and draw the leg towards you as much as you can until you feel a gentle stretch in your hamstrings. If your back doesn't like to have the bottom leg straight, you could always bend it. Whatever works. Take one more breath here. And now hold the circle with your right hand, left arm is out to the side. Push your leg up into the circle so you feel your femur lift up out of your hip, so your leg's really, really long. And then reach your leg out to the right side of your body for an inner thigh stretch. And then continue to push your foot into the handle and see if you can pull your foot closer to your ear. You might notice a deeper stretch when you do that. See if you can also keep your opposite hip on the mat. Inhale. Exhale. A little inner thigh stretch is necessary after all that work. Inhale, push your foot into the circle. Exhale, come up. Switch your hands and now come across the midline with that leg if your hip allows for that. And your opposite hand is out. Look towards your right hand. And you might feel this in the IT band. You might feel it in the hip and the glute area. You feel it where you need it. You might be able to go farther than me, but my wall is stopping me. And lengthen the leg up. Remove the circle and lengthen as you slowly lower the leg all the way to the mat. And when you get to the mat, close your eyes and feel the difference between sides. The side you just stretched might feel much longer. This stuff works. Let's do the other side. So the ball of the foot, hold the underhand grip, shoulders are down. Let's point and flex. Make sure the ball of the foot is on there so that you can do this. So this will lengthen the entire back of your leg, including all the way down into the calf and Achilles. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Flex your foot, draw that leg in as close to you as you can. This is where you notice one side might be tighter than the other. And just hold it for a few breaths. Check in with your neck. Is your neck long? Now take the circle with your left hand, right arm out to the side. Press your leg up into the circle first so you feel your leg lengthen, and then bring it out to the side for an inner thigh stretch. And go out as far as you can, keeping the opposite hip down, and you'll feel a nice stretch in the adductors that we worked so much. Inhale, exhale, press your foot into the circle more as you bring your leg up, switch your hands and come across the midline, and push your foot into the circle, and you'll feel this in your hip, IT band. Feel free to go as far as what feels good for you. And let's hold it for another breath. Leg gets longer as it comes up. Remove the circle, lengthen your legs out. Grabbing the circle, reach your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch here. Inhale. Exhale. Let's see if we can do one final roll up. Look towards your toes. It's easy to roll up. Sometimes at the end of class we can do that a little bit better. Okay, let's turn crisscross applesauce or whatever works for you. Sitting tall, roll your shoulders up, back and down. Up, back and down. Let's stretch the neck. Oh, you know it's a fun one. Take your right ear to your shoulder. Put the handle on the left side of your head, just above your ear. And now you can gently press up into the circle, and you'll feel a nice stretch in the side of the neck. Gentle press up though, be kind. If that doesn't feel good, just go here. You can use your hand instead of the circle if you want. Breathe in, breathe out, release. Turn your chin towards that shoulder without rotating your spine. Roll your chin along your chest to the other side. And then tip. And come back up. You can use the circle if you want. Take a breath in. And out. And release. Coming up. Shoulders up, back and down. Let's finish with a breath. Inhale. And exhale, release the arms. And thank you for working with me with the Magic Circle today. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know how it went. And I hope you join me again. Have a great day. Thank you.